Shalom, giving all praises to Yahweh Bashem Shai Bashem Dash. Shalom to the 144,000 hopeful elect out there. Shalom to you all. I really don't have nothing to say. I'm looking for something to say, put together. So I said I came across what I put in was the Decalogue stone. So I got this information. Okay, in brief, it says Los Lunas Decalog. Decalogue meaning 10 words or 10 laws, which is the 10 commandments. The Los Lunas Decalog stone is a large boulder on the side of Hidden Mountain near Los Lunos, New Mexico. That's where the North American Indians, Issachar, and the various people of, let's say, the indigenous people of the Americas, Central Americas, and then Southern America, and then for that matter, you go up to the north to Canada, when this so-called white man, which are the Edomites, they came to this land as far as north as Canada. The people that they encountered were dark-skinned people of Indian descent, which are the Israelites, which, we teach, and it makes all the sense in the world, that the Northern Kingdom came to the Americas because they knew about the Americas, this new world or new region, another land, as in found in what is that? Deuteronomy 29. It says another land, and then the word is Asareth, or what is it? As a matter of fact, I'm gonna go to it so I don't botch it up. Deuteronomy. More proof that we are the people. 29. And these people that call themselves the people they're not the people at all. They're imposters. And the world is waking up to that fact. Excuse me. So here we go. 28. This is 28 verse. '28 verse, but I'm just proofreading this here. Let me see. 25. Let me start at 22nd verse. So that the generations to come of your children, which are Israelites, or sons, the word there is, that shall rise up after you, and the stranger that shall come from a far land. Now, stranger could be an Israelite from a far land or another nation, depending on the context and the actual word. So let me do this. Let me look up the word stranger. The word is nakar, nakarya, which would be strangerite, so you can understand. Foreigner, alien, foreigner, foreign woman, harlot, unknown, unfamiliar. Stranger of another country and people foreign. These are this word stranger is referring to Israelites that grew up in other lands outside of Israel. They spread out. It's not talking about another nation. Like I said, I had really nothing to speak on, so I said let me go on to this. So that the generation that that the generation to come of your sons that shall rise up after you, and the stranger Israelites outside of the land that come from a far land shall say, when they see the plagues the plagues of that land, and the sickness which Yahweh hath laid upon it, and that the whole land thereof is brimstone and salt and burning, and that's ultimately going to happen to America, that it is not sown, neither beareth, nor any grass groweth therein, like the overthrow of Sodom and Gomorrah, and Admah, that's another city of Sodom and Gomorrah, and Zeboam, which the Lord overthrew in his anger and in his wrath. This is what I want to do. See what the commentators have to say about this. Brimstone, the prediction is in terms of surrounding of the Dead Sea, beareth a cause out grass, and that the whole land thereof is brimstone and salt and burning, that it is not sown nor beareth nor any grass. And that's what's going to ultimately happen to Babylon. Nothing's going to grow on it. Everything's going to be, trees are going to be rooted up. And that's what the desert is. Okay, they don't give me nothing concerning future prophecy. Wait a minute. Zephaniah 2 verse 9. Zephaniah 2 verse 9. Let's go to that. Therefore, as I live, saith Yahweh of hosts, the Most High Israel, surely Moab shall be as Sodom, and the children of Ammon as Gomorrah, even the breeding of the nettles. Judgment. Give me a second. Excuse me for that. Anyway, so one of the precepts that the Bible Hub commentary sent me to was Zephaniah 2, was at verse 9, but I went up to the first verse. Judgment on Judah's enemies, gather yourself together, yea, gather together, O nation not desired, before the decree meaning judgment, bring forth before the day pass as the chaff, before the fierce anger of Yahweh come upon you, before the day of Yahweh's anger come upon you. The day pass as the chaff, meaning this place is going to be made desolate. So this is a future prophecy of Israel, starting with the elect, getting itself right with the Most High, seeking after the Most High. Seek ye Yahweh, all ye meek of the earth, which are Israelites, which have wrought his judgment. Seek righteousness, seek meekness. It will be, ye shall be hid in the day of Yahweh's anger. Yahweh's anger is when this destruction comes. In the part where it says hid, meaning you're going to be beamed up into these ships. And that's not all Israel. That's only the 1/3. And the 2/3 is not talking about all the Israelites scattered through the earth. It's talking about 2/3 of Israel. If there's 1 million people in Israelites in America, 2/3 of them, 330,000 will make it, and 660,000 will not. If we deal with those numbers. They say there's about 50 million of us. So we're talking 100 million, 30, 60, half of 60. That's a lot of Israelites that ain't going to make it. So now let's come back over here. 23rd verse, and that the whole land therefore is brimstone. Now that happened already with Sodom and Gomorrah, and salt and burning, but that it is not sown, nor beareth, nor any grass groweth therein. That's ultimately going to happen to America. There's going to be a complete desert, biggest desert on the planet, like the overthrow of Sodom and Gomorrah. Sodom and Gomorrah, Admah and Zeboam. I believe that the fifth one was Aha, if I'm not mistaken, which Yahweh overthrew in his anger. Now let me deal with Sodom. You know what? Let me deal with overthrow. See, these other Israelite groups that are not a part of the One West, they don't teach this. They don't teach about a thermonuclear destruction. They don't teach about an Armageddon. And brimstone, let me see. Whole land. Overthrow. The word is Mahapaka. Mahapaka. Overthrow, destruction, always of Sodom and Gomorrah. Just want to go to these precepts here. Oh, beautiful. Isaiah. And this spurs take me to a different direction. Isaiah 13 verse 19, in Babylon, the glory of kingdoms, which we know it's America, the beauty of the Chaldees, excellency, this is really the daughter of Babylon, shall be as when the Most High overthrew Sodom and Gomorrah. We know what that's talking about. As a matter of fact, let's go back to, I'm gonna get back into the decalogue stone. Okay, let me come over here. This is almost like a back to basics. And we're counting down to the months. This place could be out of here inside of 24 months. It'd be nice if it was out of here inside of 12 months. Okay, so let me see what Cambridge has to say. The Chaldeans' excellency, as when God overthrew. It says, see Isaiah 1:7, Amos 4 and 11. What does that say? I have overthrew some of you as God overthrew some, Sodom and Gomorrah, and you were as a firebrand plucked out of the burning, yet have you not returned to me, saith the Most High. That's why the Most High he's not going to play with Jake. He's only saving the elect. So just knowing that you're an Israelite is one thing. The Israelites that will be delivered are the elect. Jeremiah 50 and 40. As the Most High overthrew Sodom and Gomorrah and the neighboring cities thereof, saith Yahweh, so shall no man abide there, neither shall any son of man dwell there. So we know what it's talking about. We know how it goes into detail how Sodom and Gomorrah was destroyed. 5 cities, but the main 2 is Sodom and Gomorrah. And how Genesis chapter 19, Abraham looked and saw that smoke billowing. And that was the destruction of that wicked land, which were Canaanites. So the Most High is comparing this place. This place is going to go down like Sodom and Gomorrah, but we're talking 5,000 square miles. And it is going to be televised. These other Al Jazeera, Euro News, all these different news outlets, they're going to, hey, when the towers went down on 9/11, that was breaking news around the whole planet Earth. And you didn't even have as many news companies as you do now, because everything is on YouTube. Everything's on the web. If you had all the news channels in the world on your TV, it might be 1,000. You got 1,000 different news outlets, man. And that's what it means. They shall stand afar off, because they're seeing it on the news. Revelation chapter 18. Okay, it is Jeremiah 51 verse 41. How is Sheshach taken, and how is the price of the praise of the whole earth surprised? How is Babylon become an astonishment among the nations? That's Revelation chapter 18. And Esau, these scholars don't know that it's America, but they do. Truth be told, they do. They just don't want to acknowledge it. Like if you suspect your woman cheating, and you hire a private detective, you want to know that she's cheating, but you don't want to know, if you know what I mean. That's why it's best to not even deal with a woman, man. You know, some nice woman that you met, guarantee you with all this stuff on the web, there it goes, the web. All these different platforms, man. She working on a job, there's certain men, you had a big fight, your relationship is kind of tanking a little bit. You trying to get it back together, but meanwhile she got this other dude on a job, you know, smiling at her and whatnot. Okay, Isaiah. See, the spirit changed this whole spirit. The spirit just changed up. Okay, here's some more. Isaiah 13 and 4. Okay, nothing comes up. Isaiah 28 and 1. Let's go to Isaiah 13 and 4. Back to the basics. This is the focus, man, that this place is getting ready to be destroyed. All you individuals, men and women, mostly men, that were part of this truth, you know, it says that you know, partook of this, you know, heavenly calling. Matter of fact, let me do this. I'm sorry. Let me do this here. Y'all gonna get caught up there, and you're gonna know why. When you see the missiles come, when you see the ships, give me a second. Hebrews, let me go to Hebrews 6, Hebrews 10, then 2 Peter 2. Hebrews 6. Bear me for a minute. Let me try this. There we go. For it is impossible for those who were once enlightened, was a part of the truth, and have tasted the heavenly gifts. You get it. Hey, like you go to certain stores that they have a dish, and you never had it. You know, like a Greek dish. They'll give you a sample. They'll say, well, you can taste it. You might not like it. You might like it. And you taste it, then you decide to buy it. So when you come into this truth, you take a bite of it, you taste it, and you like the way it tastes. It goes back to Ezekiel, eat the whole roll. John the Apostle on the Isle of Patmos, eat the little book. So that you taste it. And it says it's sweet in your mouth and it's bitter in your belly. So a lot of guys, they like the sweet part, but then, you know, this is happening now. You got certain brothers that have taught on the highways and the byways and working jobs, and people, co-workers, and saw you and went to the boss because they didn't like you. But see, now you got to just tell them to say, yeah, this is my religion. I said, you want to take it to court? This is part of my religion. And you had the IUIC report me to certain authorities, and they motherfuckers look at me like they scared to death of me, man. You know? Yeah, IUIC and others was doing that. They were finding out information where you work at and what building you live in or whatever situation. They would show the videos and stuff. So and they know what the fuck they did. That's why Yahweh Bashim Yahushua gonna break the IUIC up. And the ones that are sincere, you can come out of that. It said, for it is, I would never do no bullshit like that. Scriptures speak about, telling secrets on people, and not too many words. Yeah, do a word search on the word secret or secrets in the Bible and the Apocrypha. For it is impossible for those who were once enlightened and have tasted the heavenly gift. You got a taste of what the kingdom is because you read the scriptures. And were made partakers of the Holy Spirit. What does that mean? That when you read the scriptures, the Spirit was working on you to see things. And have tasted the good word of the Most High and the powers of the world to come, which is the kingdom. If they shall fall away, to renew them again unto repentance. In other words, you fell off. Now you had the elder Manata Akbar did a video on that recently, his last video, about a guy that disappears. Now it speaks about gullible in the title. Like if there's a situation where you got to go out because your mama's sick and she's in another state, and you go out there and you're out there for a month, that don't mean that you fell off or turned your back. But while you're out there, you can still do videos on your smartphone. So there's no excuse. You can take 15, 20 minutes to do a video before you go to sleep when you first wake up. There's no excuse. If anything happens out there, you see something happen, an explosion or some shit, you right there, you got your smartphone. And you can do a quick video, hit some precepts on it. You couldn't do that 20 years ago. It says so it's no excuse not to do a video every day. If they shall fall away or consistently, to renew them again unto the repentance, meaning they leave for 2 years because they got caught up with that baby mama drama. Then the woman finally leaves him, and then he comes back. The Most High ain't dealing with you. Seeing they crucified to themselves the Son of the Most High fresh and put him to an open shame. You're basically saying, Lord, you got to come back down and die for me again so I can be saved. It's appointed unto a man once to die, then after that the judgment. And it's appointed unto the man once to die. It's talking about Yahweh Shai. He only died one time. He ain't coming back and dying no more. That's all I'm going to read on that. So this is Isaiah 13 and 19. See what that says. Babylon will fall to the Medes, which are the Russians. It says, start from the 17th verse. Behold, I will stir up the Medes, which are the Russians. It's not geographically, the land of the Medes is south of Russia, because there was no Russia back then. During the time of the Roman Empire, you got these clowns, the 7 heads, the Germans, the Russians, the Spanish, the Greek. Russian wasn't a part of it. Russia didn't come along as a power. The Rus didn't come into power until about 862, 865 A.D. The Roman Empire goes 800 years before that, almost 1,000 years. And Esau lost. The Roman Empire was broken up, and Jake took it over. I keep going through that, man. You got the same old clown saying, the 7 heads, the Spanish, the French, the Germans, the Russians, the British, and out of Britain came America. Behold, I will stir up the Medes against them, which shall not regard silver, and as for gold, they shall not delight in it. In other words, you can't give them a bribe. It said their bowls, their silos shall dash the young men. Now this is what these small hats are doing to the Gazan people of Gaza, the Palestinians. They don't care. They bombing hospitals, man. They're violating. They declared war. So if you declare war, officially declare war, you're under the Geneva Convention. There's certain things you can't do. You know, can't bomb churches. You can't bomb hospitals. So they say, well, there was a Hamas in there, so we bombed it. And you killed. So they don't care about the children. And the American media, they're bigging up Israel. You know, especially America, right? So when it's time for Russia to shoot missiles on America, they're not going to care about the newborn babies, the toddlers, the pregnant women, the old people, decent people, whatever. They're saying, fuck it. Our objective is to destroy this place. And that's what they're going to do. And this, like I said, this is back to the basics. This is for some of you newer brothers. And this is what keeps your faith up. See, the downfall of this place is found throughout the scripture, but in code. So you need somebody to teach you. You can't get this on your own. Sakari couldn't just come up and understand. They had to come up under us. Well, some of y'all came up under certain One West, and we had to learn it from our teachers, and we became greater than our teachers, so we even know more that the seven didn't know. Like the mark of the beast, they didn't understand the mark of the beast. And you're going to find out that GMS was correct, and Sakari teaches it as well. No other camp teaches it outside of GMS and Sakari. HODC know it, but they don't teach it. Go to their page, HODC, put in the MOTB, nothing's going to come up. So they know it, but they really ain't pushing it. It says their bows, which is the silos, also shall dash the young men to pieces, and they shall have no pity on the fruit of the womb, infants, toddlers, pregnant women, babies and incubators. Their eyes shall not spare children. These crazy ass Russians, they said, we don't give a fuck about your children. We don't give a fuck about old people. Our thing is to destroy this place. And Babylon, the glory of kingdoms, which is America, the beauty of the Chaldees, excellent shall be as when God the Most High overthrew Sodom and Gomorrah. Genesis 19. And we tell people, we're doing a video right now. This is open to the elite to watch it. Okay, they're doing with Sodom, right? Let me do this. I'm not going to read the whole chapter. They're going to get that smoke. They're going to get that smoke. And when Abraham, 27 verse, and when Abraham got up early in the morning to the place where he stood before Yahweh, and he looked toward Sodom and Gomorrah and toward all the land of the plain, and behold, and lo, the smoke of the country went up as the smoke of a furnace. And it came to pass when the Most High destroyed the cities of the plain, that the Most High remembered Abraham and sent Lot. And Lot, by the way, came back as an Israelite. Well, wait a minute, he had Moabites and Ammonites. He had to come back as a Moabite on that. Nope, he came back as an Israelite. See, nations come through, Ishmael came through Abraham. That don't mean they're Israelites. Not all Israel is of Israel. Out of the midst of the overthrow, when he overthrew the cities in the which Lot dwelt. So this is the new Sodom and Gomorrah, the new 5 cities. Anyway, let's come back into this and come back into this main subject. The Los Lunas Decalog, which means 10 words or 10 laws. Stone is a large, meaning the northern kingdom, when they came over here, they brought the tribes with them. They were speaking The Paleo Hebrew. The Paleo. And you got clowns like Vocab saying, oh, that's a made-up language. Well, wait a minute. The Ben Yehudi English, Hebrew English Dictionary, in that book, I happen to have it right in arm's reach. They show you that they say you that this right here is the modern Hebrew, or some call it Aramaic, but then you had the ancient Hebrew. So they show you in that book, which Ben Yehudi is considered the father of modern Hebrew. The Hebrew that the small hats speak, they got it from him. And there was other guys, but he was a prominent guy. So now, let me see something here. Open this up. That's clearly Paleo Hebrew. Let me get a better picture. Okay, right here is la'ah, which means thou shalt not. The word is la'ah. There it goes again, la'ah. These are the 10 commandments right here. Let me see if I can get an even better picture. This is a ga, this is a na, and this is a ba. This is la'ah again. This is, you can hardly see them. They're a little hard to read. Okay, Ashatha Ra'aika Za'aka, I think that's wak. But you can clearly see how many times it says la'ah, not to, you not to, la'ah, not murder, la'ah, not bear false witness, la'ah. So if this is not a hoax and this is an actual stone, and then there's information that they try to pull this out of the stone, they can't. This is more evidence that we are those people, that the Indian people now. There's a video that Vocab put up about dealing with IUCPK and these stones that the Puerto Ricans, had, these archaeologists, and they were saying it's Hebrew. Doesn't look like Hebrew. So you're right on that. But you're not going to do a video saying that Tahar and them guys are going off. This ain't no real Hebrew. Yes, it is. It's ancient Hebrew. Showing you that the Israelites, when they came over here to the Americas, they brought the ancient Hebrew with them. Or you got the Moabite stone. The Moabite stone, the characters look the same as the decalogue stone. The Los Lunas Decalog stone resides in New Mexico. If the land of Israel is the promised land, where is their stone? Los Lunas, ancient Hebrew. So we are them people And this place is going to be punished for taking the Lord's people and making them serve slavery. And that includes the northern kingdom and the southern kingdom. Deuteronomy 28 and 68. The ships talking about going to Egypt. It's talking about this Egypt. Revelation 11 tell you about the spiritual Egypt. Isaiah chapter 19 and many other places when it says Egypt. But you can't decipher it. You can't crack the code, break the code, because the Most High is not dealing with you. Anyway, with that, I'm going to say shalom.